Tussin, 1, 2, 3. Fam, YouTube. Hey, I wanted to do this video as a stream. That way y'all can get a nice, long, no BS answer. First and foremost, no, this is not a sponsored video, and I am not sponsored by Hypergriff, but I am not, Hypergriff, if you ever want to work together. But besides that, listen, hey. The point of this video is a lot of people have been asking me, should I try out Arknights? I see you streaming it. Here is the honest answer. Short answer, probably not. Long answer, this entire stream. Now, before you crucify me, please watch this entire stream. Yes? Okay, dope, cool, awesome, sweet. Don't kill me. Alright, to get started, I wanted y'all to listen to like a little sneak peek to what y'all can expect from the soundtrack quality and music quality and OST quality from Arknights. Now, everything you hear on this video, this stream, is by Arknights. Everything. Again, short answer, you probably shouldn't play this game. Long answer, this entire video / stream. What do you guys think? For the veterans that have played Arknights, share your thoughts in the comments or in the chat. Let me know.
Sorry, I won't be the same again. The fire's lit and blazing through the darkness, burning her surrounded by the sirens, waking up the people in the silence. Just follow me, yeah. Electricity is running through my veins. My history won't be written in change. Though I lost my sound of what I've done, the price won't be in vain. Modified, when we fought so hard to swallow all the pride. But the time has come for light to shine away. The story will be told, we'll never be alone. Yeah.
All right. Now, I thought about doing this into a video. I thought about it. I thought about making this into a video, and I had a really good idea, right? And then I realized a lot of people have already shared their opinion on this. This game's been out for a while. I feel like everyone's done a nice cookie cutter, nothing wrong with it, right? But like a nice, quick, short, to the point video. I feel like that's already done. I want y'all to see what the community says in the chat on the video so you can get multiple opinions, so you can make a better decision for yourself whether or not you should try this game, while also hearing what I have to say about the game and what I think about it, honest opinions live. Because if you know me, you can tell when I'm fibbing and when I'm not like being super truthful and when I'm actually excited about something. So it's more genuine. I don't know. That's my take. That's my take. Mangetsu, welcome to the fam. Thanks for becoming a member. Neptune, thank you for becoming and upgrading to a Legends. Okay. Should you play Arknights? What do you guys think? I say probably not. Here's why. Here is why. Here's why you probably should not, NOT, play Arknights. Okay? Here's why. If you're looking for a game that you don't want to get you sucked into, like you're trying to find a game that won't suck you in, I'm sorry, Arknights will do that to you, okay? Arknights will do that to you. Also, some things to get out of the way, okay? This is a tower defense game. And in the beginning, it's going to feel extremely simple, like a typical tower defense game, like the one with the monkeys and the balloons where they throw the, you know what I'm saying? And the balloons are coming and you're like, oh, this actually isn't that hard, to be honest with you, right? Like that's not this. I'm sorry. If you were looking for that, you know, Afro says play it. Thank you for being a member. You know, if you're looking for that, you're gonna think you're getting that with Arknights. You're gonna think you're getting a nice, easy, simple game. And I do have some good news for you. There is ways to make it easy, and you can kind of avoid the hard content if you want to and just do the daily grind, and that part's pretty easy, right? But if you're actually looking to delve into all the content that Arknights has to provide, I hate to break it to you, with the deeper that you go in, the more complex these stages are going to become. And you're gonna realize something. You're going to realize that this is not a simple tower defense game where I can oonga boonga my way out of it. And for the Leviathans and the Whales, if you were looking for a game that you can completely get through all the content without putting any thought into it and just flex the money, I have bad news. This game's gonna smack you really fast and it's gonna smack you really hard. Are you gonna have an easier time? Sure. But I hate to break it to you, to the Whales and the Leviathans, you're gonna have to think, whether you like thinking or not. Your money is not it's not going to replace getting through the game. I hate to break it to you. I'm sorry. Bad news. All right? Bad news, bad news, bad news. But it will make it easier. If that makes you feel any better. It will make things easier. But when I say regardless of whether or not you're a free-to-play or you're a Leviathan, you will have to put thought into the midway point of the game, just because the game is gonna have to make you think. This is not a simple tower defense game. This is a tower defense game with live, on-the-fly strategic value in each and every single map. Every map and every new patch completely changes everything you know about how to tackle a map for the most part. You'll have a few consistent strategies that you can pull out of your coach playbook, right? With your operators telling you, hey, put me in, coach, right? But here's the thing. Every new patch, there will be more to learn. You could skip patches and be completely fine. That's what I did for quite a while, to be honest with you. And then come back and you're not like screwed over, which is super nice in my opinion. I love that. You're not forced or required to keep up with the game. You're gonna think you are, but in reality, as someone that like purposely like did my absolute best to stay away, right? You're not forced to. Are you rewarded? Yes. Heavily if you stick with each and every single patch. But are you forced? By no means. By no means. You should probably not play this game if you wanted a game that doesn't have good story. If you wanted a game that doesn't have good story, I hate to break it to you, the story in this game is fantastic. I'm sorry. I got more bad news. If you were like, oh, well, I like good stories, and you were hoping for a rainbow sunshine story, you were hoping that you finally found the one. You found the one game that has a good story, doesn't require you to be a whale on the Leviathan, and it's gonna have a happy ending. There's going to be nothing but happiness in the story and the power of friendship and... Yeah, I'm sorry. This game is one of the most depressing stories I've played in a story-based game, and I've played story-based games all my life. I come from a Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8 when I was a kid background, you know? I hate to break it to you. This is a depressing story. Were you looking for a game where your Twitter stan cancel culture self would find a story that doesn't challenge your ethics, your morals, and your values every single brand new episode of the story? Or side event stories that don't challenge these things? Were you tired of seeing things that would trigger your Twitter cancel culture self? Sorry. This is not that game. This is not that game. The story in this game is going to challenge all of your morals. It's going to challenge your ethics. It's a very hard, realistic, not in the powers because you have angels and demons and cats that are very scary and have syringes with them. Ex-wife. But this story is a phenomenal story. It's fantastic. But it's realistic. It's very, very, very realistic. There are no sunshines and rainbows in this game. You have your moments of victory, but every victory, for the most part, comes with a cost. This game mirrors the reality of the struggles you are going to find in your day-to-day life as you get older. Sometimes you find a really dope person, and then life hits you in the gut, and sadly the person passes away. I hate to break it to you, you're gonna find that in this game as well. This is a very hyper-realistic, no hand-holding story. Were you looking for a story where you didn't want your main characters or your main cast to get psychologically, traumatically affected? I'm sorry, this story will do that to you. So if you're a part of that group that doesn't like seeing any of that, you probably shouldn't be playing this game. If you were looking for a story that doesn't hit modern day problems like Joseph says, I'm sorry, you probably shouldn't be playing this game. But I got some good news. Probably doesn't mean for sure not. It means partially no and partially yes. So let's talk about the partially yes. Do you like good music? Does music like make or break a game for you? I have good news for you. Name a genre, Arknights has it. Every soundtrack you've heard playing in this video comes from Arknights. Every soundtrack. You've probably heard a mix of genres. This is a more upbeat, hype vibe. Maybe you want something that's a little more hype. This game has a phenomenal soundtrack. Even if you don't like the game, I'm gonna be honest with you, you should be looking up the soundtrack. My entire playlist is filled with a lot of soundtracks from Arknights. You can see the chat live in the video. They all agree the music in Arknights is absolutely fantastic. And I listen, I promise you they have every single genre. I just showed you 2 genres. We'll go back to another one that was playing earlier. You want something a little heavier? A little harder, maybe? They got you covered too, man. The amount of genres Arknights has as a game is absolutely insane. This is one of the most music diverse games in the entire gaming market, and that is not up for argument. In terms of diversity, Arknights has it. It's literally got every genre you can think of. It has every genre you can think of. Now, listen. I do got some bad news. Are you susceptible to really well-designed characters? Both artistically and aesthetically, but also from a story-based perspective. This game has a lot of characters in it. A lot of operators, as they're known. A very big and diverse cast. And when I say a diverse cast, I do mean a diverse cast. This includes their music, but it also includes their cast. For example, one of the reasons why I kind of like got sucked into Arknights is, as a Spanish Hispanic, you know, the one and only, my guy, mi hermano, song name by Arknights, El Brillo Solitario. This game has a very, very huge, diverse cast. It's actually insane. It is wild. fantastic. But I got bad news. And good news. I'd start off with bad. This game has too many good characters. And it's a problem. It actually is. I'm serious. I'm being dead serious. If you fall for characters easily, if you like to go all in on a character that you really like, I have bad news. This game does a phenomenal job at fleshing out different aspects of a character's story, while also, as you saw on the screen just now, and I can show you way more than just thorns, does a phenomenal job at artistically creating so many different aesthetics with their characters. What I mean to say that is, at the end of the day, this is a gacha game, and you're going to feel not obliged, but, you know, encouraged to roll for a lot of characters. Part of the reason being there are so many damn good characters in this game. As Cicero says in the chat, too many waifus will ruin, contrary to popular belief, your laifu. All right? It just will. It just will. Now, if you have the self-discipline and the ability to enjoy a lot of characters and not go, you know, over your budget that you're not supposed to be going over, and you're worried that you won't have any chance to get the majority of the cast, I have great news for you. Don't worry. For the majority of the cast, keyword on majority, you will have multiple, and I mean multiple, opportunities to get over 60% of the cast, maybe even 70 or 80%, all right? So if you missed your favorite, the character that you were wanting to get because you ended up liking them after seeing them in the story and how well fleshed out they were, and how nice it was to, I don't know, see a character that might look or feel similar to you or a type that you enjoy, don't worry, you can miss their banner 3 times and still get them randomly in a pool, or you'll probably see their banner again in the next like 3 to 9 months. Most likely. They tend to rerun the majority of the characters. The majority of their characters. And good news, they run a lot of events in this game. And the events of this game, compared to a lot of gacha games that I have played and I have tried, is phenomenal. When I say Arknights does a phenomenal job at providing you with a lot of ample opportunities to get your in-game currency in order to have a chance at rolling 4 different characters. Comey sent a $2 super chat that I missed. 10 out of 10 wouldn't recommend. Oh, it's funny. But my point being is, a lot of these events will give you ample opportunity to be able to get the in-game currency you need to get a lot of these characters. Will it take you some time? Yes. But the rates in this game are absolutely fantastic, especially compared to most games on the market in the gacha game scene, okay? Some bad news. Some bad news. I said emphasis on majority, not everybody. There is one banner in this game that I'm not gonna lie. It's brutal. It is brutal. It is brutal. It is brutal. It is brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. All right. It's called the limited banner. It appears on average every 3 to 4 months. Typically 3 months if I'm not misunderstanding that, right? And on the limited banner, you will get a very high quality character, right? Now, here's the thing. Besides a L2D character, which is provided on limited banners typically and not provided anywhere else, trust me when I say all high rarity, even low rarity characters in this game are extremely fleshed out. And to be honest, the only real difference you're missing out on a limited operator or character on this dangerous banner compared to other ones is the art is animated. That's about it, and it's a new character. Like, the quality in terms of like story building quality for said character, you're gonna find the same amount of passion put into the limited character as you would with some of the characters that are not limited characters, even the lower rarity ones. Like they just have a lot of passion for all the characters they introduce into the game. There are very few exceptions, but like for the most part, every character feels really, really, really good. That's a thumbs up. But the bad news is it's limited, which means if you miss that limited character that you wanted to get, and again, this character, this limited operator, only appears once every 3 months on average, right? You're kind of done for. There's an exception with one of them. I believe the name is Nian, if I'm not mistaken, who looks absolutely fantastic. But they're rerunning Nian, but the general consensus is the only reason why they're rerunning Nian is because of the fact that there was no Spark system. That's a whole other conversation. On average, though, so far, this could change. This could change. Hypergriff, please change this. So far, no other limited operator has been rerun. Hopefully this changes. Hopefully this changes. Besides that, though, besides that one banner, trust me when I say, the rates in this game are fantastic. And 70 to 90% of characters get a rerun in this game. Straight up. Like you will have multiple, I promise you, opportunities to get the character that you've been attempting to get. Will it take time? Probably, especially if you're free to play, especially if you're budget to play. But is it possible? Yes. Cool, awesome, sweet, dope. Gameplay and meta. Gameplay and meta. This is not a pay-to-play game. Yes, it's a gacha game, but it is not a pay-to-play game. It's a free-to-play game. And more better news, you can clear everything in this game without spending a single dollar. Odds are you'll probably get a few 6 stars, or I'll be honest with you, quite a lot of 6 stars after being with the game for a solid while, right? Being completely free-to-play. Because you get a good amount of rolls, and let's say you want to challenge yourself, which I think is a very fun aspect of this game. Don't worry, you can challenge yourself and not use any 5 stars, and you can still clear 99.9% of stages. Now, will you probably attempt to pull your hair out in the process? Possibly. But is it possible? Yes. This game rewards strategic players, and it rewards passionate players. Your wallet won't do anything for you if you don't have any sense of strategy at all. Your wallet, listen, you could be a Leviathan and drop 2,000 a day, all right? Your wallet ain't gonna solve every single problem this game has to throw at you. The devs have done a phenomenal job at making sure Leviathans and whales have to use their noggin every now and then, all right? So, yeah, also, should you support the game? Should you play it? Is it a company that you actually want to, is known to be nice to the community? Yes, as with all companies, every company in existence makes mistakes. Why? Because they're run by humans, and in case you haven't heard the news, humanity is awful at being perfect. It's just not humanly possible. So, by nature, we make mistakes, and since humans own these companies, the companies make mistakes. That's normal. But overall, Hypergriff is a phenomenal. The way they interact with the community is something very rare that you do not see in the majority of the industry. This doesn't mean other games don't do this. What this means is not a lot of games do this. Arknights is in this upper echelon of the company actually actively interacting with the community and partaking in the memes, which the chat is, the chat's already saying it. But the chat can vouch. They are very cultured devs, and they are in touch with the community, and to the point where, they will hear the running jokes about the game, partake in the jokes, and then improve the game so those jokes are no longer, available. But they wouldn't have known that without, being a part of the community and hearing what the community says. So, yeah. Overall, the devs are fantastic. The devs are phenomenal. Again, they are not without their mistakes. They've made a few. I've seen them. I can vouch for it. But overall speaking, if we're giving them a grade, this is a company you should support. They are very passionate. They've held music concerts to celebrate their game. They've held community meetups and events multiple times over. Is that Uncle Cookie in the chat? Wait, for real? Hold on. Are y'all memeing me? Are y'all memeing me? Hey, Uncle Cookie! Real quick, let's do this to segue real quick. Also, I think I'm biased. I'm a YouTuber, and I like consuming YouTube content when I have the free time and I'm not locked in my basement trying to make thumbnails and videos. But when you go into a game, ideally, you'd like to have content available, readily available to watch on YouTube for guides, how to figure out how the game works, and to receive help. Two things on this. One, the community is absolutely fantastic. Listen, I'm friends with a lot of creators. Every creator friend that has tried out this game and has attempted to receive help from the community has been warmly welcomed. The community has helped them out, and they've been able to find information easily, if not by the community themselves, by fellow content creators that make phenomenal organized content on YouTube, which, by the way, Uncle Cookie, that is my running meme that I keep saying. Also known as 𝙃𝙐𝙂𝙀. I'm probably saying it wrong. I like Cookie, though. Cookie just sounds very nice. Go follow him on YouTube. Go subscribe. Absolutely fantastic content creator. And dude, your intro with the ramen being pushed across the cart, bro, that was the funniest. I played it on stream, just the intro, dude. That was the funniest like intro I've seen in a hot minute on a YouTube video. That was absolutely fantastic. It was so good. It was so good. And my point on that being is there are a lot of content creators in the space that do a phenomenal job at providing a lot of research, and since there is a decent amount of content creators that attempt to provide facts, statistics, and information to help out new players and veteran players alike, you can kind of fact check each one by going to one creator and then seeing what the other one is saying, and then, you know, seeing what lines up and what doesn't line up, right? But here's the thing. Should you play this game? Probably not. Probably not. Because here's the thing. If you like really good art in your characters, if you're susceptible to not being responsible with your money, if you're the type of person to get swallowed by a game, here's the thing. This game will swallow you. I'm just being honest, okay? It's going to swallow you. Not because the rates are bad. Not because the game is going to pressure you to spend $1. You don't have to spend a single dollar in this game. It's because Hypergriff has built a Garden of Eden that is called Arknights. They've built this garden, for lack of a better analogy, where the moment you step inside of the garden, they close the walls behind you. You will find everything you need and want in the garden that is called Arknights. You will look around and find fantastic music. You will find amazing art that you cannot get enough of, all right? You're going to find a story that literally triggers every illicit emotion that you could possibly think of, okay? And because you see a company not pressure you to spend, because they're giving you amazing music that you can experience for free, because they're allowing you to enjoy a phenomenal story with an insane and expansive universe to the point where every single region in the game has slowly been getting their own mini-series of side events and stories. And because of all these wonderful things, you're gonna feel inclined to support the devs. And if you don't have the mental strength, which is a meme in my community, or the responsibility to control yourself, learn to get that control and then join us in the Garden of Eden. Okay? It's a rabbit hole. Yes, it's a rabbit hole. That's why it's called Ark. Welcome to the Ark that is Arknights. With phenomenal art, a very, very nice and pleasant community for the most part. Again, Contrary to popular belief, every community in existence in gaming has a toxic side, but I hate to break it to you, I will die on this hill. I don't believe any one gaming community is inherently toxic. I don't. I've been around the block. I've been to multiple different communities. You can check my channel if you want, but trust me when I say, like, no community is inherently toxic. It might feel that way if you go to the toxic parts, because every company and every game community has those toxic parts and a lot of toxic people, and the bigger the game, the more there is toxicity. But here's the thing. As there is darkness and hate, there is also light and love. So as there is more hate, there is also more love. So if you join the game and you happen to see a very elitist group inside of Arknights, which does exist, you'd be surprised if you actually talk to them. They're not that toxic. They're actually just trying to help out. And for the most part, the majority of the community, even the non-elitists, are extremely friendly. And they've been extremely welcoming. And I can vouch with them because I've been talking to these people in the Discord, which, chat, can y'all vouch that I've been talking to the Arknights fam in the Discord, in our Discord? The Arknights players in the chat, yes, 100%. Can y'all stop sending me like really indulgent nice art that is making me lose my sanity every single day? Can y'all stop? All right, I'm gonna need y'all to stop on that. All right, please. Thank you. just real quick. All right, I just gotta throw that out there. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Dragon Crusher, thank you for the 20 super. Yes, I'm responsible for my money, which is why. Please be responsible for your money, dude. Pretty, please. Thank you for the super. Overall, you probably shouldn't play this game. Because if you can look past the strategy aspect of the game, if you can really sit down and make the attempt to learn the different nuances and niches that Arknights provides in an active strategy tower defense gameplay. This is not your typical tower defense game. You're going to fall in love. And you are not going to want to play anything else. Now, for the people that don't like tower defense and don't like strategy games, chess drives you insane, you can still enjoy this game, by the way. You can. Will it be hard? Yes, very hard. And I'm gonna be honest with you, your best bet are probably content creators that have either recorded the story and then uploaded it, or content creators that have covered the story. But either or, there are some aspects of the story that is going to be very hard to clear in order for you to fully experience the story. But don't worry, on YouTube, there are multiple content creators, myself included, but I highly recommend you check out the ones that have already completed it, that can get you the access you need for the story that you want to see. But overall, the story is fantastic. There are an infinite amount of genres in the music. The art is to die for. Trust me, all right? Listen. Listen. The art in this game is absolutely dangerous. And I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it on this video. You already saw it on the thumbnail. You could look for it for yourself. I can give you recommendations. If you want to join the Discord, link in the description. Go ahead, ask me. Ask the community, because my community is absolutely in love with sending me very indulgent art. So I'm sure that they would love to send you indulgent art, as one of the bad aspects about this community is they will do their absolute damn best. And by Lord, the Arknights community does a phenomenal job at dragging you into the Garden of Eden and making you want to stay as long as possible. So if you want to experience that, like, by all means, you know, check them out. Check them out, all right? Check out the game. I don't want to show it on screen, because if I show it on screen, then, well, the hook is gonna go in your mouth and the game is gonna start dragging you in, and that's kind of not what I wanted to do. So I feel like showing thorns already in this video was like a little too dangerous, as that man is way too handsome for his own good, to the point where there's a running meme in the community that he can fit in any body, which I originally believed in. I think he's so hot he can fit in 99.9% of bodies in the game, but he actually looks awful in the neural altar art. I don't know why. It's the only one where I'm like, he actually doesn't look good. He actually looks pretty ugly, I'm not gonna lie. But everything else, he looks phenomenal in. The man's the ultimate cosplayer, let me tell you. All right? The man is the ultimate cosplayer. He's really, really good. Really, 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 really good. Graphic design, UI. When you load into the game, okay, I am gonna have to show you some art, I guess, so I can show you the UI of the game. I guess I'm gonna have to do that. If you don't want to get sucked in, I highly recommend you click off this video or this stream. If you're watching a live, dope. If you're not, we'll see. But I highly recommend you click off right now if you don't want to be pulled into the game. All right, because the art might do something to you. It might do something to you. All right, cool. Yeah, all right. I want to show you guys the UI and the menu. I was a former graphic designer before getting full-time into YouTube, and before that, I was a professional coffee barista. I'm very arrogant and very confident about my barista skills. I can out-coffee a lot of people on YouTube. Not everybody, because there are some professionals, but I'm very good at making coffee. Besides that, though, logging into the game. Guys, chat, what do y'all think? Should you play this game? What's the general consensus? My community is built for multiple different games, so you're going to get a pretty big mix. Obviously, you are going to see a huge Arknights part in the chat, just because this is technically an Arknights stream/video. But what do we think? If y'all had to give the game a grade, non-biased, 𝙃𝙬𝙖𝙬𝙧𝙚 Colt, y'all are not allowed to give a grade to this game, because she has brainwashed you into just trying to bring more people into the cult. Y'all are not allowed to give a grade. But everyone else besides them, what do we think? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? What are we seeing? What are we seeing? 8.5 out of 10, 8.9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Yes. As an Arknights player, yesn't. Miss Epic 89 says yes, but hide your credit card. I highly recommend when you get into this game, lock your credit card inside of a safe. This is not a joke. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's dangerous. All right. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. 10 out of 10, but save 10 out of 10, but save yourself before it's too late. Dude, that is funny. That is fantastic. Oh man, the game is really good. It is phenomenal, and from a story standpoint, if I had to be like non-biased, completely honest, the beginning of the game's story will seem slow to your average lore enjoyer. It picks up by episode 3. I say you should not be judging the story until you reach episode 4 and 5. 4 and 5 especially, is a proper showcase at character development and raising the stakes in a story that Hypergriff is capable of to get you hooked in the story. The first 3 episodes, not so much. I personally loved every single episode, but just from a non-biased standpoint, I can see how the average Joe might not like it as much. The one thing that they specialize in, though, is world building. Arknights likes to play the long game. They like to foreshadow things in episode 2 and then bring it back in episode 6, right? So in terms of world building and long-term type of storytelling, that's what Arknights specializes in. This is not a short-term, I go in, experience a part of the story, and I can just judge the story on this one small section. This is a type of story where, like, everything enhances each other. So the more you read different parts of the story, the better each part and each aspect will get elevated. But I will say there are a lot of words in this game, so you have to enjoy reading. If you do not enjoy reading, then why do you play story-based games? I'm not entirely sure. Well, I mean, you could technically, I'm gonna be honest with you, the gameplay is, if you really like skill-based gameplay, you can honestly skip all of the story and actually still enjoy it, to be honest with you, because it's actually really nice. I used to play a lot of chess as a kid. This is like chess, but on crack. Just keeping it a buck with you. In the beginning, it's not gonna feel like that. It's gonna feel very, like, simple and boring, not gonna lie, but I promise you, like, you get to episode 3, and ay, mamma mia, you mire, mijo. All right, listen. Marcelo, Hermano. Dude, you get to episode 5. You're gonna need to start thinking. If you weren't thinking before episode 5 because you were a Leviathan, listen. I had Thorns in episode 5. I had Monster in episode 5. For those that don't know, if you're new, they are like creme de la creme. They are very OP characters. I still had to use my brain because I got smacked. All right, so yeah, yes. Chess, do you play black or white, bro? Dude, that line in episode 6 was so good. Anya popping off. And from my reaction, you can see the characters in this game are extremely lovable. Here's the UI. One thing I give this game credit for that not many games in the industry do. A lot of the newer titles coming out in the gacha, industry is starting to learn how to clean up their UI, but not a lot of games do this, all right? In terms of UI, Arknights UI is absolutely fantastic. Could improvements be made? Yes, I used to be a graphic designer before doing YouTube. Some improvements can be made, but that's like nitpicky improvements. Dude, the UI in this game is fantastic. Everything is cohesive. It makes sense. They've recently revamped it, so everything is more organized, labeled, and you have a proper understanding of what everything is. Don't skip your tutorials for the UI though, because it will help out. You can if you want, but it will help out if you don't, all right? Finally, this game is not voice acted in the story all the time. I think there are moments where it is kinda, not really, little bit. But for the most part, it's not voice acted, but the characters themselves are voice acted. Now, you have 3 different types of voice actors in this game. All of them are amazing. Click off this video if you don't want to get sucked into this game. This is the part of the video where you will get sucked into the game. You're probably already being hooked by the art. Click off. Click off if you don't have the mental strength. Go away, all right? Go away. I totally understand if you don't want to watch the rest. Listen. 3 types. You have the bro Chad or the bestie sister. This is the same type, right? The besties, the friends, the homies, the real ones, okay? You got what a lot of people really enjoy, just your straight up regular human, natural voice actors that really feel like any real person would talk like that person does. It's not like overly loud like I am or obnoxious, but it's not like super quiet like my cousin is. Chilo, love you. Just like regular solid voice acting that really gets you in the moment of the character, right? And then you have the dangerous one. You have the dangerous type. Not a lot of people like the dangerous type, but there is a huge amount. I'm talking tidal wave. The amount is crashing my head. All right, chat loves this type. Chat loves this type. Okay. The dangerous type. Okay. The dangerous type. If you are susceptible to really, really deep, rich, handsome brothers, okay, broskies, daddies, godfathers, okay, if that gets you, this game's gonna get you good. If you're susceptible to the 𝙃𝙧𝙀𝙀, beautiful, smooth, queen, 𝙃𝙧𝙀 energy characters, this game will get you, all right? It will. Perfect example. Perfect example. Let me show you 2 on the broski side and let me show you 2 on the female side. Dope? Yes? Awesome? Ready? Cool. Let's start with Thorns. Handsome brother.
仕事の前にこれを飲むといい。よし。これで薬効時間中はドクターもサボることはないだろう。
And then you go up a level. I don't have Phantom though. I want to do Phantom. Hold on. Who do I? Silver Ash. Yes.
暇つぶしならいい方法がある。試してみるか。 そんな浮かない顔はやめろ。私の前ではもっと楽しそうにしてくれ。よし、その
or, hold on, who am I thinking of? Where is he?
お荷物でしたらそちらに運んでおきました。大したことではありませんので、お気になさらないでください。
And then for everyone that is susceptible to the 𝙃𝙖𝙀 type, well, let me hit you with, who should we start with? You know what? Skatey Colt, this is your time to shine. Y'all are absolutely brainwashed at the moment, which I don't blame you. She's extremely charming and the voice is extremely alluring, but dangerous warning.
こんな私がそばにいたら邪魔になるかしら。散々な過去が蘇ってしまうかしら。あなたのそばにいることを許してほしいの。時が来たらこんなところからは一緒に逃げ出しましょう。いいかしら。
or
ドクター、かけてくれ。ただの会心だからそう硬くなるな。もし体に何か違和感があればありのままを教えてくれ。意味か。ロドスにとっての意味はともかく、少なくとも私にとってはかなり重要な意味を持つことだ。
By the way, don't let that last voice actor fool you. I know it sounds like a very gentle person, but I can vouch as someone that's been dragged away by Monster multiple times for reasons that I cannot share. No. All right, I know it sounds like a nice, gentle, caring, loving person, and they are very nicely, but just don't piss them off, right? Just don't make them mad. Just don't make them mad. And then to show y'all some variety, which, if you're watching this video / stream in school, I hope you're not, because you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be focusing in class, kiddo. All right. If you are, I'm giving you a warning. You should click off, because when your teacher hears this, or when mama and dada and grandpa and uncle hears this, y'all might get kicked in the face, and y'all are gonna have to explain something that shouldn't require explaining, but you're gonna have to do it anyway. All right. So you've been warned. Did you catch that?
この私をそばに置いておきたいの？胸のときめきが止まらないわ。
All right. And on that note, listen. On that note, this is all the entire reason, this entire video was the reason why we did this video / stream. Thank y'all for joining. If you have any questions about whether or not you should try out Arknights, let me know in the comments below. If you've played Arknights and you're a veteran and you want to leave a review, please leave a review. If you want to drag some more people into this beautiful Garden of Eden that is Arknights, then, you know, do that as well. But if you want to save some people, do your best to save them down in the comments below. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thank you for joining the Arknights review. That's it. That's all you're gonna get. Adios, guys. As always, be responsible. Gotcha responsibly. Stay safe. Love y'all. Deuces. Uncle Cookie, dude. Yo, that's crazy. You popped in the stream. I actually really enjoy your videos, and I think your videos are absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Have a good one. Till next time. Deuces.
この私をそばに置いておきたいの？胸のときめきが止まらないわ。この私をそばに置いておきたいの？ 胸のときめきが止まらないわ。ドクター、かけてくれ。ただの会心だからそう硬くなるな。もし体に何か違和感があればありのままを教えてくれ。意味か。ロドスにとっての意味はともかく、少なくとも私にとっては